Hey nerds, it's me, Yeet. We're here in week 2 of Zinequest, and we have a very special day. I got a super spicy game to talk about, and then we're gonna do the numbers, and then we're gonna have a guest, very special guest. So let's start with our spicy hotness. Oh man, I should have done that work beforehand. Professional. That's what I am, people. Professional. Yep. Let's see. Computers. There we go. We got a thing. Yeah, there we go. Rock and roll. So today's super special hotness is Stealing the Throne. This is a game inspired by Ocean's 8 and Fast 5. You heard me right. The Ocean's movies and the Fast and Furious movies. Oh, and did I forget Macross Saga? Yeah, this is a game where there are 10 giant mecha robots that 1,000 years ago helped to save the universe, and now you and your boys are going to steal it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I want to steal it. I want to steal it so bad. So, Stealing the Throne. Currently 13 days to go. Get up there, get it done. Let's do the numbers. All right, we are on day 2, week 2, and there were a lot of new games. A lot of new games today. A lot of really cool stuff to look at. But I ended up only backing 5 new ones for a grand total of $84.02. And so that brings us grand total to 55 games, 55 zines backed for $833.31. So, yeah, I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna live in a van down by the river to support my zine habit. Speaking of a zine habit, let me introduce you to our guest today, Mr. Graham Gens. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeet. How you doing?
All right, I'm doing great, man. How about you?
Good. I absolutely backed Stealing the Throne as well.
Of course you did.
I mean, it's got no DM. It's a rotating system. It's based on Lovecraft-esque. All things that I like very much.
And it's got no prep.
Oh yeah. You know what we like to say in the business, Yeet?
Prep is death.
Prep is death.
Hey everybody, so me and Gigi here, we go way back, and Graham is working on a game for Ninth Level Games called Savage Sisters, just a little game. Graham, why don't you tell people a little bit about it?
So Savage Sisters is a role-playing game by means of oral tradition. Like what we do, this weird thing that we do when we're playing role-playing games, we're sitting around and telling a story. And that has always fascinated me. I'm a romantic at heart. And so the idea that we are reliving these moments, we've taken that to its most literal point, where in Savage Sisters, we are imagining that we are gathered around a fire and that we're telling stories of heroes from a bygone age. And our GM or grandmother characters are the framing device being used. So the stories is, let me tell you the tale of, and then you throw out words. And this is my favorite prep is death. It's the glittering mountain, or it's the ancient swamp. And the player who's the grandmother We'll zoom into that character, and so we're telling this story over an imagined fire. And then we tell that story, maybe 2 quick scenes. We're in or out. Another player is the new grandmother, and then tells a brand new tale. And so it's the iconic characters thing of like sword and sorcery, but we're in a family, a tradition of warrior women and other people who are outsiders beyond a normal context. And we tell these stories about them doing these incredible adventures. Maybe they die, maybe they don't. It's okay, because we're talking about stories how long ago? Maybe 100 years, who knows? But the frame story gives us that power to zip in, zip out, and tell just like incredible pieces of tales that we've imagined from an ancient past that we're now connected to. That's
absolutely amazing. Crazy.
That's
Innovative.
so innovative.
Fire. It's hot fire. Hey, that sounds super cool. What else in Zinequest are you excited about?
Oh man. There are several things on Zinequest that I've been looking at. There are an incredible number of trans products of games about where you play. God, what is it called? Lichcraft is a game that I like very much, where you play as trans people who can't get health care, so they've turned to witchcraft.
Yeah, I mean, this checks out. Number one reason for
immediately.
Number one reason. Also, great art. That's super cute art.
I love the art on it. Absolutely, yeah, big time.
Yeah. And then there's the Angry Trans trilogy. There's a couple of other trans stories. Very cool.
I wish I remember the tagline of one of the trans trilogy, where you're going to fight a non-specific teller of wizard stories. Like you're going to beat up a writer.
It's
what's that tagline?
It's kind of specific, just very specifically doesn't say it.
I wish I'd written it down.
As a kobold, there's one thing that I definitely know: death to wizards. Murder all the wizards.
Murder all the wizards.
Yes. Hey, Graham, we're about out of time. This has been super rad. Thank you for being my first ever guest. What do you have any words of wisdom for the buying public?
I think there are hundreds and hundreds of things that you can find. You can find something that is cheap, supports the creator, and is
picking this up. Yep.
A game that you always wanted, and yet you didn't know that it existed, and that's what Zinequest is good for. So grab it, give money directly to the producer. They get that. Yeah.
Get it.
Prep is death.
All right, we're out of here. Yeet out.